Hello everybody, welcome back to English Clubbers. In this lesson we're going to study all the 12 tenses that we have in the English language. I'm going to teach you step by step so that you can make example in all these tenses. Let's get started. So first we have 3 times: past, present and future. Past, present and future. In every time we have 4 aspects. We have simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So we have present, past, and future. In every time we have 4 aspects. We have present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. We have future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. To study these tenses, let's study first the forms of verbs. We generally have 4 verb forms. First, we have V1 or verb 1 or the first form of the verb, which is present. Then we have V2 or the past form of the verb. After that we have third form of the verb, or you can say past participle. And we have verb ing, or we can say present participle. So the present form is work and the past form is worked. The past participle is also worked, but the verb ing is working. Now, we have regular and irregular verbs to form these. Okay, so sometimes we just add ed after the verbs to change them to past and past participle forms. But sometimes they are irregular that we cannot. For example, we have work, worked, and worked. So if the verb is a regular verb, both the past and past participle forms are the same. But if they are irregular, so they are different. For example, hope, hoped, hoped, and we have hoping. The next one is like write, wrote, written, and writing. Speak, spoke, spoken, speaking. Cut, cut, cut. All the forms are the same. And cutting. The next one, read, read, read. All the forms are the same, but in the present we pronounce it as read, but in the past that is read, and past participle also read, but present participle reading. Become, became, become. The first and the third forms are the same, and becoming. So let's go to the tenses. Let's study first this one. Present simple. To make a present simple sentence, we have V1, the first form of the verb. For example, I work, you work, he works. With he, she, and it, with all the other nouns that are third singular person, the verb takes is or es. For example, she works. Or for example, you can say the driver works. The driver works. Or for example, he works. So it takes an is. We're going to study these things in detail in the next videos that we talk about simple present tense in details. So I work, I speak, I write. But what about past? We need the second form of the verb. For example, I worked, I studied, I tried, I swam. What about future? We have well plus base form of the verb without is. Even if you have he, she, or it, or add a third singular persons, not pronouns. So it doesn't take any is or es. For example, you can say I will work, he will work, she will work, they will work. And in this part, okay, with future simple, so with future simple, we can also use shall. like I shall or we shall. With first person, I and we can also use shall instead of will. So that is future tense. And this is past tense. And now let's study present continuous. Whenever you have continuous, it means you have verb ing. Look at here, with all the continuous tenses, you have verb ing. Either that is continuous or perfect continuous. Look at here. Here also we have continuous. So we have verb ing. We have verb ing. Here also we have verb ing. So whenever you have continuous before the verb ing, you must have to be verb. Now we have to be verb here. Is, am, are. We have to be verb here. Was and were. We have to be verb here. Will be. Again, we have to be verb here. Why? Because this is continuous. So we have to be verb here, to be verb, and to be verb. Now, the to be verb is going to tell what tense we are talking about. So here, what are the to be verbs here? Are they present, past, or perfect? What is that? So this is present. So the to be verb in the present are is, am, and are. We use am with I am. We use is with he, she, it, and with the third singular person, like the driver is, or Alice is, or if we use the pronoun for them, for example, she is. And the next one, we have are. With all the other subject pronouns, we're going to use are. We are, you are, they are. With the plural ones, we're going to use are. We are, they are, you are. After that, we have verb ing. For example, I am working. He is working. She is working. They are working. But in the past, so what are the past forms of to be verb? They are was and were. We use was with I was, and third singular person. He was, she was, and it was. And also the person without the subject pronoun. For example, we have Alice, the driver. So the driver was. And with all the subject pronouns, the other subject pronouns we're going to use were. They were. We were. I was working. He was working. She was working. It was working. They were working. We were working. The students were working. If you want to talk about future, so we're going to use will be. So we must have a to be verb because it is progressive and we have verb ing. And which one shows our future? This one is will. After will, we have the base form of the verb be, will be. So with all the subject pronouns, we can use will be. I will be working. He will be working. She will be working. They will be working. So this is future progressive. We have future progressive. Now let's talk about perfect tenses. To make the perfect tenses, we must have third form of the verb. Look at here, past participle. So with all the perfect tenses, we need third form of the verb. Look at here, verb 3, and this is third form of the verb. This is also. So past participle, and past participle. So how should we understand which tense we talk about? So this just shows that it is perfect. Now, before the third form of the verb, we have to have verb. So what are the to have verbs in the present? They are have and has. So what is the past form of these? That is had. What is the future form of this to have verb? That is will have. So we have present perfect, have or has. We use has with third singular person, like he, she, it, the pronouns, and the nouns, like the driver, a single person. Or for example, Alice, a single person. We say has. For example, the driver has. Or for example, she has. He has. After that, we have the third form of the verb. She has cooked. They have studied. So have is used with all the other pronouns or subject. For example, they have, we have worked, I have worked. The students have studied. The drivers have driven, just like this one. And past perfect, so we have past perfect. So what is the past form of to have verb? That is had. I had worked. You had worked. They had worked. And with future perfect, we have will have plus third form of the verb. I will have worked. You will have worked. They will have worked. So these are all the perfect tenses. Now let's study the perfect continuous tenses. Present perfect continuous tense. Now, whenever we talk about continuous tense or we talk about progressive tense, we have verb ing. So the verb ing shows that it is continuous. But what about perfect? We also have perfect here. We have the third form of to be verb. Now we have is, present, was, past, will be, future. And this be is the infinitive form. And what is the past participle form of to be verb? That is been. Been. So we have third form of the verb here. Now what is it? Perfect. What is ing? That is progressive. Here we have been, which is the third form of to be verb, been. So this is perfect. This is also perfect. Now, what type of perfect? Progressive. We have progressive perfect. Now, what tense is that one? Now, the tense that we have is here. What is that? What is the time? That is has, present. What about had, past? And will have, future. So we have been working. Present, perfect, progressive. We have has or have. So has is used with the third singular person, like he, she, it has, or the person, like the driver has. But with other pronouns or with other subject, we're going to use have. I have been working. You have been working. Sorry for this one. This is not well. I have been working. She has been working. Now, what is the past perfect? That is past perfect progressive, had been working. I had been working. She had been working. What about the future? We have I will have been working. So what is will have? That is future. What has been? Perfect. Working, ing. And that was an introduction to the tenses. You know how to make examples. And in the next video, we'll study present simple. We'll study the structure, how we're going to make affirmative sentences, negative sentences, interrogative sentences, and negative interrogative sentences. And we'll study the other usages as well. The usages, the adverbs with them, adverbs of place, adverbs of frequency, and these things. So if you want to watch the next video, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to English Clubbers. See you in the next video.